Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another Turkish shelf video. In this video I'm going to review Summer Heat by Defne Suman. Defne Suman was born in Istanbul in 1974 and grew up in Büyükada, Principe Island. She had her bachelor's degree and master's degree of sociology in Boğaziçi Bosphorus University. At the age of 26, she left Istanbul with a backpack and headed for Thailand. She worked as a teacher in Thailand and spent the next 10 years traveling the world. In Thailand, she practicing yoga, which helped her to understand where she should direct her energy for a meaningful life with fulfillment. She later continued her studies in Oregon and now lives in Athens, Greece, with her husband and her cats. Defne Suman discovered books at an early age, and she has been writing since the day her mother gave her first diary. She wrote stories, novels, and articles that explains the darker side of the human psychology connected to family secrets and the silent parts of the Turkish Ottoman history. She used themes of exile, memory, displacement, and speaking from the perspective of the minorities. Her first book, consisting of travel diaries titled Mavi Orman, was published in 2011, and her first novel, Saklambaç, was written in 2014. Her works have been translated to at least 15 different languages: English, Italian, Russian, Bulgarian, Arabic, and Greek, to name a few. Her debut novel in English was Emanet, Zaman, The Silence of Scheherazade, then Kahvaltı, Sofrası, At the Breakfast Table, and Sıcağı, Summer Heat was translated to English. Çember Apartmanı will be translated to English very soon, most probably this year in 2025. Sıcağı by Defne Suman was first published by Doğan Kitap in March 2017. It was translated to English, Greek, and Bosnian. The English edition was published by Apollo in April 2024. Summer Heat begins with Melike, an art historian, meeting the Greek documentary director Petro and receiving an email from him. Petro, who is going on a trip to Istanbul to visit Byzantine churches, offers Melike to be his guide during this process. Although Melike, who lives in Büyükada, finds this offer strange, she eventually accepts his request. Meeting at the Bloody Church in Balat, the two first trace the ancient stories of Istanbul, which leads them to Athens and Cyprus. Our main character, Melike, is a 40-year-old woman, an art historian who is married to Sinan. She is quite wealthy and well educated. However, she is very unsatisfied with her life, does not really get along with her mother, and is frequently unfaithful to her husband Sinan, although she is very fond of him. She tries not to think about their father, who left her brother and herself at a very young age. Petro is a handsome Greek documentary director who is in her late 20s. He has an ulterior motive for contacting Melike, but he is also very much attracted to her. Safinas is Melike's paternal grandmother, whom Melike takes after as regards to looks, attitude, and interests. She committed suicide for a reason unknown to Melike when Melike was very little. Gülbahar is Melike's mother, whom she does not get along with well. Although she married again after Melike's father left her, she had a nervous breakdown and, following those days, she prefers to live in her own world of books and TV series. Sinan is Melike's mild-mannered husband. He is an academician, but he has a wealth coming from the family, but he is criticized as not being ambitious. He is very much in love with his wife and ignores much of her infidelities and eccentricities. And what did I think about this book? The Silence of Scheherazade, Emanet Zaman by Defne Suman is one of my favorite Turkish books. And I also like this one, although not as much as the other one. I really like how Defne Suman touches upon time periods in history that is quite unknown to us, the Turkish society. And although some Turkish people do criticize her, I do not think that she's taking any sides while touching upon these quite tragic incidents. I really liked how, especially in this book, the plot was sort of like a mystery to solve, and we learned about the truth as Melike learns about her past. Defne Suman's writing is not hard to understand, but it also contains quite literary sentences, phrases, and elements in her writing. Although the character of Melike was quite complex and interesting to read, I have to admit I did not like her much. I've never been a fan of plot stories that sort of excuses infidelities in books. I also could not connect with Petro. However, I was very fond of, especially Safinaz and Gülbahar, the grandmother and mother of Melike. And of course, I would recommend this book to my international friend because, like I said before, it touches upon a time period that is not known to the general society. It also has a quite good mysterious plot element in regards to solving the mysteries in Melike's past. Overall, this was a very decent historical fiction book for me, and I gave Summer Heat by Defne Suman an 8 out of 10. This was my review of Summer Heat by Defne Suman. Please comment down below which book written by a Turkish author would you like me to review in my Turkish Shelf video series. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. For Turkish word of the day, since there's a woman holding a towel in the cover, I thought towel should be the word of the day. Towel means havlu in Turkish, and havlu is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.